Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. Baby, I am here with a dream. This is a dream where I am looking on at a situation. In this dream, I see a group of women working at a club. They get into an argument with the owner. Once they get into an argument with the owner, he locks the doors and opens fire on them. And the only one that was able to survive is one who was outside because she was late. And she seen the scene, but it's kind of like because he locked the door, she was at the door looking in and she saw what happened and she ran away terrified, mourning her friends. And it's like she hopped on the freeway and she was just driving really fast to try to get away. The scripture comes from Daniel 4:36. At the same time that my sanity was restored, my honor and splendor were returned to me for the glory of my kingdom. My advisors and nobles sought me out, and I was restored to my throne and became even greater than before. Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and exalt and glorify the King of heaven, because everything he does is right and all his ways are just. And those who walk in pride, he is able to humble. So here's the message. For somebody, you ended up being saved, and it was in a way that you could never imagine. Like, this is something that happened sudden. And like, I just felt like it was something that was very traumatizing for you. Just like in this scene right here, this is a very traumatizing situation. This is something that I just feel there are a lot of young women that glamorize that lifestyle, baby. And they don't even know what you know what I'm saying? They don't even know what's going on. And they don't know how dangerous it is. It's dangerous to be a bystander in one of them clubs, in a strip club or in a club. In a club, being a bottle girl can be dangerous. Being a club hopper, like as I think back to the places that not only I would hang out in my teenage years, you know, when I was 17, 18, and I was in a group, what was the party group? But as an adult, most of them places had to get shut down. And they ain't get shut down because the owner wanted to shut it down. A lot of these places got shut down because somebody got taken out of here, there. And you know what I'm saying? I remember when I was at competition my senior year, and I had met these girls from a different state or a different city. Like, they were from a small town somewhere. And I was asking them, so what do y'all do for fun? What do y'all have going on? And wherever they was from. And they were like, we really don't have very much to do. Like, they didn't have a mall. They didn't have a skating rink. The only thing they had to do for fun was be on the dance team. And I was like, dang. And they was like, so what do y'all have? And I started telling them all the stuff we got going on. They were like, whoa. And, you know, the interesting thing about it, from the point of view of somebody that don't know, you know, like at this point in my life, I know. But from somebody's point of view where they don't know, you know, like if somebody was to come from a little small town, they come to Houston, they gonna be like, ooh, I like this city, and they got this, and they got that, and they got all these things. They don't even know what's all out there. They don't even know what kind of stuff they could get themselves set up in. They don't know what kind of people, what kind of grimy people is from here. They don't know, baby. And, you know, I know from a perspective of somebody that's not from Houston, they will look at me and they will be wondering why I just sit at home and why I don't go nowhere and why I don't do this and why I don't do that and why this and why that. I don't got time for all that. I had my time. I already went out there and had a blast. I didn't been in some of these places where somebody start acting a fool. I'm not playing with my life no more. If you want to do that, that's your business. But I simply do not want to be a sitting duck nowhere. I don't. And I'm not trying to hear that we check everybody at the door, because I have seen with my own eyes how they let some people slide. And I ain't trying to be up in no place where you are basically a sitting duck. And in this dream right here, they were sitting ducks in this situation. And the man was wrong. The man was wrong. How you get in an argument with somebody and decide that you're going to take their life away? But that's how people are. That's how somebody that feels as though they have a certain amount of power, they feel as though they should have the right to take away your life. They should have a right to make you miserable, or they should just have a right to take you up out of here. Because how dare you tell them no to something? How dare you tell them what you're not going to do? How dare you do this and how dare you do that? And, you know, in reality, I feel like with this scripture, God is saying, don't worry about that, because he have a way of humbling people. What it say? And those who walk in pride, he is able to humble. But in this position, I feel like God is talking about this woman that is walking in a prideful way, thinking that she going to be able, you know, she going to make this fast money and she going to do this and this going to happen and that's going to happen. And it could be a situation where somebody, you was walking and, you know, you don't have to admit this, but, you know, you, at least with God, it was a prideful walk. You were doing prideful things. You were living your life in a very prideful way. And God humbled you. Ain't nobody even touched you. But because of the things that you have seen with your own eyes, because of the experiences that you have had, God has humbled you to such an extent that you ain't got time for all that. To such an extent, it's like this is scared straight. For whoever this is, God said you were scared straight. You not playing with your life no more. You not playing no more. Like for whoever, like you not playing no more. You ain't got time. You ain't got time for that. You realize, you know, like it ain't nothing wrong with you having a normal job. You peep that. Yeah, if you out and you know, as you doing bottle service, or you know, you doing this, you doing that, you can get tips from this one, you can do this, you can have all this extra money coming in. But is that extra money really worth it when every time you walk up in that place you're risking your life? Is that extra money really worth it when people that you supposed to be able to have your back, they supposed to have your back, they supposed to be your colleagues, they supposed to be your friends, can, if they feel some kind of way, do something to try to cause you harm, regardless if they try to put something in your drink, regardless if they try to take you up out of here, regardless if they try to set you up. Like, baby, some people don't even understand how that lifestyle really is. I ain't got no time. I'm not interested in being, and you know, I'm not interested in going to no clubs. I don't care too much about being, you know, being a part of no party groups no more. I'm not concerned with being in no social groups. I don't have time, because I didn't have somebody cross me in every single situation. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. And you know, I never had the experience of being a stripper, but I could only guess if it's the way that it was in a party group. I cannot imagine how it is working with nothing but women all the time, and then gangster women all the time, 24/7. Baby, I ain't got time. I ain't got time. They got that. They got that. They got that. They got that. And I just feel like for whoever this is, God said he scared you straight. And he ain't even have, like, nothing happened to you. But just the fact that you are able to think back on and see things, scenarios where you was there, but you wasn't touched. But you saw this happen to this part. Like, just like in this dream, it's just a matter of this woman being late, that she wasn't in the room. It's literally just the fact that she was a few minutes late. If she would have got there a minute earlier, she would have been in there and it would have been over for her. And I feel like for somebody, it's a split second type scenario. You would, it don't even make sense that you still standing here today. It don't even make sense. It don't make sense. It's confusing. It like this is something you can't make this up. But it's simply because God had his hand on you. And God scared you straight because he don't want that to be you. And at the same time that my sanity was restored, my honor and splendor were returned to me for the glory of my kingdom. This is a situation where somebody, you know, even if you think about it, the fact that you can always hear about this happened at a nightclub, that happened at a nightclub, this person got hurt, this hurt, that, all kinds. Like, I remember one time, this man, he ain't even had nothing to do with nothing. This man was a teacher, accidentally stepped on somebody's shoes. What they do, they went outside and they popped their trunk and they came back in there and got that man for stepping on their shoes. Took somebody's life for stepping on their shoes. And this happened in Houston at a club I used to go to very often. Think it's a game. Think it's a game. Think it's a game. This man lost his life because he didn't want to say an apology. Because he didn't want to say sorry. In reality, he might have said sorry, but the guy wanted him like, you know, baby. God said he restores your sanity and everything else at the same time. Honor and splendor were returned to me for the glory of my kingdom. This is God. Like, God did this for his name's sake. God did this for his name's sake. God did this because I just feel like you are a walking testimony of God's faith. You are a walking testimony of the goodwill of God. You are a walking testimony of won't he do it. You are a walking testimony of how God will turn somebody around. He don't care where they was at. God not concerned with what they done did, who they used to hang with, and how they used to do this, that, and the third. God not concerned with that. When he want to save somebody, he gonna save them, and that's period. He not asking nobody permission. He don't care. He's not gonna consult anyone, and he's not. No. God gonna do what he want to do, and that's the message. That's the message for somebody. For somebody, God spooked you. He scared you. He shocked you. You were not expecting to see what you did. You were not expecting to, like, you can look back now and you think about whatever it is God pulled you out of, and it scares you because you made it and somebody didn't. That's literally what this message is. You made it and somebody didn't. And y'all was walking the same path. And it scared you. It spooks you. It shocks you. It's something that will make you jump up and start praising God in the middle, like you just out of nowhere. It's something that will make you fall down to your knees in tears. Because there's somebody that didn't make it, but you did. And God said, don't play with the grace that he has given you, the mercy that he is giving you. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.